Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a galaxy far, far away, and happy 17th of December. There's only 1 week till Christmas. Woo! All right. It is minifigure time again. And I am getting into an excellent Christmas mood by seeing that this is none other than Luke Skywalker in another adorable ugly Christmas sweater and carrying his green lightsaber. He is actually ready to sit down with his sister and go Christmas amok, because he also was wearing a Christmas sweater, as you may remember, back from the 2nd of December. Okay, this is Luke Skywalker as he looks in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi from 1983. Except for, of course, the ugly Christmas sweater. I've seen this movie many times, and he's not wearing a Christmas jumper in that. Okay, but you can see that in several ways. First of all, you can see that he has black pants, which means that most probably beneath the sweater, he's probably wearing the black outfit he's wearing in in Return of the Jedi. And he's wearing the black outfit in that movie because we are supposed to be a little bit in doubt about is he about turning to the dark side? Because when he enters Jabba's palace in the beginning of the movie, he actually does a forced choke on one of some of Jabba's guards. And that's, the move that we've seen Darth Vader use many times in the movies that comes before. All right, then Luke has a green lightsaber, and that's the lightsaber that he had to construct after losing his blue one towards the end of Empire Strikes Back when his hand was cut off. And that is also the last clue. If we look at his right hand, we can see that he's wearing a black glove, and that's because at the end of Empire Strikes Back, after having his hand cut off, he actually gets a mechanical hand made, and therefore he's wearing a black glove on that hand. Okay, but let's have a look at his Christmas sweater, because there's lots of details to dive into there. On the front of it, down to the left, we're seeing the main building from the moisture farm that he lives on Tatooine. And that is actually no joke. Luke's uncle and aunt are harvesting moist on the desert planet of Tatooine. And they're doing that by the aid of moisture vaporators that you can also see on the picture there next to the building. They are collecting moist from the air so they can drink it themselves, but also sell, because water on Tatooine is in short supply. So that's actually a lucrative business. We can also see the two sons of Tatooine, and they are, I think most people remember them for that very iconic scene when a frustrated Luke, who has just learned that he needs to stay one more season on this moist farm, walks out frustrated and looks towards the sons while you just hear John Williams' music go nuts in the background. Very, very iconic movie moment there. All right, on the backside of the sweater, we can see the large sandcrawler. That is this vehicle that is operated by the small Jawas, which is this desert people that are collecting scrap and are selling it to people in the desert. This is actually via this sandcrawler that R2-D2 and C-3PO gets into the hands of Luke Skywalker. And next to the sandcrawler, we can see yet another vaporizer, and it snows, which I think is quite unusual on the desert planet of Tatooine, but it is definitely Christmassy, so I won't complain here. All right, Luke Skywalker is one of the most important main characters of the movies, and he is through quite a journey throughout the first 3 movies. He starts out as a young boy that doesn't know anything and is thrown into the adventure, and in the second film, he's struggling with getting everything to actually work out for him. He's definitely having a hard time in the second movie. And then in the third movie, he comes in extremely confident and powerful and dedicated. And as I said before, you get this feeling, is he actually on his way towards the dark side? What is going on here? And that's the mystery, of course, that they explore in that movie. Because he's obsessed by finding Darth Vader and get him turned back from the dark side. And the Emperor tries to manipulate him, and he's almost succeeding until Luke, in the end, realizes that by defeating Darth Vader in hand-to-hand combat, that he has actually now become a Jedi Knight. Awesome movie moment, an awesome movie. I love Return of the Jedi. All right, I would like to use this opportunity to tell you about the optimal order that you should watch the 6 first movies in, the so-called machete order. And the order is 4, 5, 2, 3, 6. And it's on purpose that episode 1 isn't part of this, and that's because there's nothing happening in episode 1 that actually contributes significantly to the overall plots in those movies. So you can skip it, it is true. However, I don't want to skip it, because I also like episode 1. I think it gets way too much flag. I think it deserves to be there, and I also like the fact that you see a young Obi-Wan and meet Qui-Gon Jinn, and yeah, there are many reasons I think that I don't want to skip number 1. So my personal recommended viewing order will be 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. Here's why. First of all, you keep the surprise about Darth Vader. You actually get it. You get the right, or this awesome cinematic reveal when Darth Vader tells Luke that he's his father. So, and then we go to Anakin's background after that reveal. Because after episode 5, after Empire Strikes Back, we then go back to the prequels. It also actually enhances Anakin's story that way. Because by jumping to the prequels after Empire Strikes Back, we get Anakin's story as a flashback. And that actually it makes everything fit better together and gives also this sense of tragedy that actually leads up to episode 6. And it also enhances Luke's fight against Darth Vader. Because we go from the fall of Anakin at the end of episode 3 and all the darkness directly to Luke's attempt to bring him back to the light in episode 6. And the overall narrative becomes way more... the theme just works better this way. I also really like that you get this surprise that... the surprise that Leia is Luke's sister. You actually... By watching the movies in the machete order, you get that surprise when Padme gives birth to Luke. We all knew that, and then all of a sudden, there's one more, and out comes Leia. And that, because in Return of the Jedi, Luke just, all of a sudden realizes that Leia is his sister. And that's a little bit, there's no real explanation. Of course, the explanation is the Force. But, yeah, that's... I think it's a better cinematic surprise by watching them in the machete order and actually get to know that towards the end of episode 3. Okay, so next time you watch the movies, or even better, if you ever are to introduce the Star Wars movies to anyone, please watch them in the machete order. And including episode 1. I think you should include episode 1 as well. All right, that was it. What do you think about the machete order? And what do you think about episode 1? What do you think about Luke Skywalker? The comment section below is open, and I hope that you will post something there. Please, if you like this video, please give it a like. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And I hope that you will share this video with friends and families. If you know anyone who would like to see this video and they know the Danish language, you can also share my Danish video with them. That's it. See you tomorrow for yet another door. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.